Wake up. You're on.
All right. Well, it took a few, but we made it. And
What's the
sorry
rush?
for the wait.
It's Saturday.
Yeah,
So people got to wait 10 or 15 minutes. So what? We're not charging people here.
that is true. That is true. I know you're all lazing on a Saturday afternoon,
Yeah,
and
it's 7:30, but yeah, we're here.
we're here. How y'all doing? It's Tom. It's Andy. It's to the day. Andy agreed to take part in this craziness that is called Two Legs, a Paul McCartney podcast. So just come up here for a few and talk and see how you guys are doing. And Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's pretty. I can remember the recording the first show, which was this weekend, 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
okay.
Which I forget what numbered episode it was, like 70 something or
Yeah, something like that.
either 68 or something. It was like seven or something like that. And yeah, 3 years, man. It is crazy how fast time has flown by, and I've done, I don't know, we're up to 181 now, which dropped today. Our
Yeah,
episode that we did with
Jeff Cummins.
Jeff Cummins from the UK, the great artist that did all the artwork for Wings Over America, Thrillington, Say,
Yeah.
Temporary Secretary, and loads of other work. Um,
Yes.
and you guys had him on the audio version back in early 2019 when David was
When
with you.
David was, yeah.
But it was
Yep.
nice to really see his collection, and what a funny guy. A lot of
He's a hoot.
oh,
Yeah, he's a hoot.
he was a pisser to talk to. He really
Yeah,
was.
and I knew once you found out that he did work for other people that you liked, you know,
Oh,
I knew that would like perk up your ears a little bit.
oh yeah, he did work for John Anderson. So and yes, so I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, let's go. He's in. He's a real funny guy. So if you haven't checked that episode out yet, today it dropped today. Episode
Yeah.
181 with Jeff Cummings, part two, really, because Tom and David did have him on it earlier. That's why we named it part two, because
Yeah.
he was on the show already once. So
Right. So,
thank
but
you, thank
but
you, Oliver, Tom, Heidi,
yes.
everybody. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Thank you, and thank you, Andy. Because I was gonna say, thanks to your help that and you being a part of the team, we were able to be a video cast and which I originally wanted, but I got a shy cousin who we won't name him right now, but
He didn't want to be. He didn't
um,
have his pretty face on TV.
no, that, and he liked doing the show in his pajamas, so
But back then there were less video casts anyway. There were much more audio. The
that's
video
true.
cast thing is a post-COVID thing, really.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, I'm sure there probably were some video casts. I mean, I know there were
Oh,
video
there
casts,
was. Yeah,
but it just
yeah,
seems like in the last 3 years, 2 years anyway, that the video cast thing is a lot of people like things we said today and Fab Four Free
yeah,
for All. They they
yep.
they they've trained, they've made that jump to video stuff too now. And obviously your other
Mhm.
show that started in 2018 as a video cast.
Right, we did, and we've been able to have a bunch of really cool guests since you've been here. We've done a lot of fun stuff, just you and I, and we'll continue that. And
Yeah,
I'm glad
different
you're
ways.
glad you're here. Yeah,
No, listen, I can't believe how really fast time has flown by. And I know
yeah,
people say that a lot with everything in their life, but the days are long, but the years fly by. Isn't that the way? I mean, the days go long, but the years and months go flying by. That's the truth.
that's true. Yeah, that is true.
I can remember moving, and we did the episode with Cozen about Standing Stone, and I had
Right.
nothing else ready to go, and I'm like trying to unbox
Yeah.
things, and you're like, "Are we ready to go?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even have like internet yet. Like, you want to know when we're interviewing Alan Cozen, which about
Right.
classical stuff, which I'm not really big on anyway." So I'm like, but we did it, and it's we have figured out ways to evolve and hopefully stay fresh and keep people entertained and do topics
Mhm.
that are
Yeah.
McCartney centric, obviously, but occasionally where we jump off and do other things, like when we ranked our favorite albums outside of the Beatles. That was one of the best ones that we did.
Yeah.
And learning a lot about music that Tom and I both like, that maybe we're not really turned into or really into, and then
Mhm.
we discuss it, and then we go seek it out, and You know,
Right.
Tom did that with some of the Hackett stuff and the Genesis stuff. I know that, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, been to any concerts lately?
Not lately. We've been a little bit of a dry spell, but I will be going to see Steve Hackett again in
Oh
December.
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
So,
see.
so he's bringing Foxtrot to the U.S.
Yes,
Oh, excellent. Very good.
yeah,
Very
he'll be
good.
back here in December. He's on a UK tour right now, as we talked about,
Right.
and that'll be coming stateside. There's no announcement yet for Bob Dylan, but I think his European tour is wrapping up in early November, and then I think his thing lately, last couple of years, is to do a big residency at the Beacon Theater at the end of
All right.
November and early December. I think that's probably going to happen again. If so, I'll be going to that as well because he's got his book obviously coming out November 1st. The Philosophy of Modern Song, which looks
That's
tremendous.
right.
I don't know if you saw us any of those screenshots of the.
Oh, yeah, did.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Beatles songs, no Beatles songs in that book.
Really? Mm.
Yeah. Pontiac Silverado. I'm surprised there's a channel dedicated to Paul McCartney. Is that just? Yes, it is. I mean, we discuss
Mm.
Beatles too when we need to, obviously with Beatles related news. But this
Right.
is just Paul McCartney's solo, and that's something that Tom and his cousin, wanted to be the foundation of what the show is because they felt there was enough work to be discussed, and there clearly is in going to be 53 years of a solo career, and it
Right.
needs its own podcast. And I'm so glad that Tom had that idea to do one just on Paul McCartney because it would needed to be done and it needed to be
Mhm.
done regularly. And I'm so grateful that he started it with David, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that he asked me to join it.
Yeah. Yes. Well, uh, there's a bunch. I would say, the guests that I have, and all of them are good in their own way, but the ones that I've liked the most, I guess, if you're going to say that, have been the ones that have worked with Paul, the Jerry Muratas, the Sywells, the
I
Jubers,
Wells, the Jubers,
Gabe Dixon, and
everybody with direct
yeah,
working
yeah,
with Paul.
right.
That's a one-on-one.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, your dad, of
Oh
course.
yeah, yeah, he was a
Yeah.
good guest too. A little biased. The interview that we did, oh, probably almost 2 years ago now with Julian Mendelsohn from
Mendelssohn,
Australia.
yes,
That was a great
yes,
interview. I remember doing
yeah,
that in the fall of I think 2020, and that was a
right.
great. I think that was September 2020. We did that, and he was in Australia, so the time difference was totally different. And I
Oh
think
wow,
it was. I remember being we had to really kind of plan that one, but he is a producer
right.
of Off the Ground, which I mean, there's anybody like Tom said with direct working experience with Paul, whether it's an artist or
Mhm.
another musician or a producer. You know, um, there's a lot more that we'd like to get, but a lot of people don't like to speak out too publicly about working with Paul.
Well, a lot of people just want to, they're happy with where they're at with Paul and their friendship, and they don't, and they think that coming on a show like this, it might mean that we're going to try to do gotcha questions, or we're going to try to
Right?
get dirt on Paul, which is not the case.
No,
So
never has been, never will be. We want to, and
right.
I'd like to think that if anybody out there, I mean, what's his face, who's been replying to our comments, Chris
Oh,
Whitten.
Chris Whitten, yeah.
Chris, this is come on, we're happy to have you on and talk. I mean, I think if you look at our
Right.
shows we've had on, please, if we've got it wrong, set the record straight. I know he's got issues with some, one of our other guests we've had, but that, kind of clear in the end. It's like, all right, well, come on and talk, if you, and we'll promote whatever it is you're working on currently. We're not, yes, we want to know what you did with Paul because we're a Paul podcast, but we also
Right.
are interested in you, the musician, your background. How did you get into music?
Hmm.
Working with Paul, and what are you doing now? Obviously, these people worked with Paul decades ago. They've had lives and careers that have greatly, exceeded what they did with
Yeah.
McCartney. So,
Yeah.
that's when we interview people, that's what we look for, and I hopefully people like that, people like that change their mind. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Farrell says with the Denny, Denny Lane, I have no interest at the moment to talk to him. I mean,
no,
he's pretty much said all he's gonna say. he has done tons and tons and tons of interviews, and
And
but
that's okay. Fine.
yeah,
That's his prerogative.
yeah,
I wish he would, but if he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to, and you got to respect that. I've met him a couple of times at fests and quick
hmm
chat here or there, and a couple of money. He's if you meet him, he's fine, but he doesn't want to do interviews, and that's his
right,
prerogative.
right, yep.
Tom is sporting a
Anyways,
lovely Phil Collins T-shirt there. I really have to say,
yes, yes,
which is Phil Collins circa 1976,
something like that.
was
Yeah, right around that time. I think right when
Trick of
he
the
took
Tail,
over the
Trick of the
yeah,
Tail tour.
we took over the singing duties, but yeah, we worked his show, and back in
What year was
I
that
want to
the?
say 17 or 18. We worked his show, and it was in Vegas at the MGM Grand,
Yeah.
and he came out on for they wheeled him out on a wheelchair, and
Oh,
he sat for the whole show, but he still sounded great.
yeah. Yeah, he did. Same deal. They wheeled him out in a wheelchair. He didn't walk.
Right? No, nothing. He just wheeled him out. Yep, and
Wow. At least he walked in December with Genesis. He did walk out with a cane. He did.
yeah,
Then he just
yep,
sat.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. No shows. No other concerts on the horizon just yet. How about you? Other than
Well,
you got Elton, right?
we got Elton in November. We're gonna go see Gladys Knight in December. We got director John Waters that we're gonna go see here next month in October. We're gonna go see the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go see that with a cast also performing it as we're watching it.
Oh,
It's they've been doing things like this, with that movie for decades now. So my wife's really into that, so we're gonna go check that out. So yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff coming. I do still want to see Gordon Lightfoot in December
got
as
to go to
well.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, and yeah, and if there's something else that comes up too, absolutely. But yeah, thanks, Panic. Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't yet, please. Please subscribe if you haven't yet as well. We'd really appreciate it. The subscribing numbers have gone up quite a bit, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. So
Thank you.
thank you everybody for checking us
What we got? About
out.
1,200 now or so.
Yeah, yeah, 1,200. Yeah,
That's great.
yep,
And I
yep. We'll
know,
get to.
I know
Okay.
our most recent episode, and I think we talked about this. It's mainly meant more for a visual audience. So if you are
Mhm.
obviously you're all here on YouTube, but there are plenty of people that listen to Two Legs just as an audio platform. A show like
Right.
we did with Jeff Cummings is hard because the artwork that he showed. You
Hmm.
know, so
Yeah.
but we love the audio. There's plenty of people that listen on the audio platform too. Tom crunches those numbers all the time, and it's great. It's great that there's, because it's easy. People put it on in their car, they listen to it for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and then they listen to an
Right.
episode.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Works out well.
Hmm. What else is going on, everybody?
Not much. I saw you posted about what's her face passing away from One Flew of the Cuckoo. Nurse Ratched
Oh,
passed
Louise.
away.
Yeah. Yeah. Louise Fletcher, 88 years old. She's
Man,
Academy Award winning actress for that role, Nurse Ratchet, in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Great role. I mean, she was just an evil, evil woman.
yes, she was.
And if you ever saw that movie, Jack Nicholson has a
Oh,
few choice words for her.
yes, he does.
Um, Here, let me see here. Let me grab this real quick.
Chief, you got to do it this way, Chief. Great film. Great film.
But yeah, here's the big Blu-ray set that came out a few years back.
Oh, that's a big one.
So, yeah, that's
1975, right?
yeah, and she won best set, the following April, I think it was.
Oh,
But
Nurse Ratched.
yeah, good stuff. Jack is Jack in the film.
Classic.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, what else? What else? Oh, thanks, Farrell, for spilling the beans for where we're at.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, but let's see here. still getting a bunch of 45s from around the world in.
Addicted.
Yeah, yeah,
They
I
are
am.
nice. They are nice. They're nice to see some of the are, but you'll be done with them soon. You'll be on
Yeah,
to something else.
yeah. Actually, Rory, that's funny you bring that up because yeah, we are a McCartney channel, but then our unboxing of the George Uber box is actually our most watched
Is it? Is it
video.
really?
Yes, yeah, 4.9K I think it
Wow.
is.
I thought maybe the McCartney 3 initial reaction was up there. The one when
Yeah,
Long Tail with the word dropped and you
right.
texted me like when we got the link at like 3 a.m. This came out,
Yeah,
but we're
that's
not supposed to
right.
hear it. Okay, let's react to it. Boom, go.
Right,
Um,
right.
the Get Back live reactions. That was I mean, we're just kind of going down
Yeah,
memory lane here of shows, but as we've gone live, we've got some, some of the best reactions and views we've got is when we go live. Like, each night when Get Back dropped that last Thanksgiving. I mean, I mean, it was tiring, but it was so awesome because it was
yeah,
exciting. We watched it, we dissected it, and we talked about it. We did it for 3 nights in a
yeah,
row.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. 3 nights in a row.
but the George, but it's like to his point, that yes, we are McCartney, but obviously, anything really kind of released in the Beatles realm, we're going to discuss it I mean, a little bit. We have to, even
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
you know,
I'm sure we'll do something for Revolver when that comes out. You know.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we will. I'm a little revolvered out. I want to like take the next month off and just get ready for it because it feels like we've dissected it already a month ago,
Hmm.
and now it's still a month away. So we know
Right.
it's out. We know it's coming. That's it. Yes,
Yeah.
I
If
was.
you,
Yeah.
thank you, buddy. And if you haven't pre-ordered it yet, I think it's on Amazon. It's for 111 right now.
The CD.
Um, yeah, the big deluxe
Yeah.
version. Yeah. So and if you do then pre-order it now, and then if it goes even lower, then you get to be locked in for that lower price also. So
Did you watch a lot of the coverage with the Queen's funeral, Tom, or no? You didn't.
no, no,
Okay. You,
no, no interest. But I know she was well loved. I did actually speak to one of my the tellers, the people at the bank that I go to. She's British, and we had a little chat about it last Friday, and she was like, "Yeah, she was a very well loved woman, and a lot of people were, sad about it, and I get it, but just to sit there and watch it, no,
yeah. I listen. You either are into it or you're not. I'm into it. I've always have
hmm
been as an Anglophile, so yeah, I was tuned into everything that I could.
mm,
And as a lover of studier of history, I thought it was just incredible to watch these historic things. So yeah, I'm very pro monarch. I enjoy that stuff
okay,
very much.
mm,
But just to watch, it doesn't happen that much. I mean, it's somebody another reigning monarch doesn't happen all that often. So it is pretty historic to see all these other worlds do all this
you
stuff.
got, yeah. I mean, I'm 49, and I've only known one, you know,
Right
queen of England, so far in my life, so
now, you're going to
it's
live
kind of
through
weird.
probably three.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You're going to live through three, which is pretty rare too. Because I mean,
yeah.
so
Yeah. Let's see.
I think.
I'm on my third pope, I think. uh,
Yeah, and God knows how many presidents.
yeah.
Too many. Too many.
Too
Too many.
many.
Too
Yeah.
many.
Anyways.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Let's see what else. What else? We're binge watching the Cobra Kai show right now.
Oh, I am too.
Um,
What are you up to? What episode? I've
we're
been.
we're. Oh, go
Where you
ahead.
at?
What?
No, I'm up to
We're
episode 5.
on the fifth season.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. We're on the fourth right now.
Oh, okay. Your last
Um.
season.
Yeah. 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 Hello, Susan.
Hello, Susan. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is tremendous. The 5th installment of that dropped on Netflix a few weeks back, and I'm watching that. House of the Dragon, which continues next tomorrow night.
I
Tremendous.
think they jump up tomorrow night. They
They
jump
do.
ahead.
They jump ahead
Yeah.
about 10 years, I think, or more, actually. Because, yeah, here's a cool question. What do you
Mm-hmm.
prefer, the large spindle hole or the small spindle hole? The small spindle hole, so you don't need the adapter, the way that
Exactly.
the proper way,
Exactly.
the
I
proper way
love a
they should
lot
have
of
been
the
made.
the UKs. I love the UKs with
It's
the
easy because you don't need an adapter then.
right.
I tell you, it's us Yanks. We like to outthink ourselves sometimes and just keep it simple. Come on.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. What? Oh, and then speaking of the crown, I'm talking about the queen again. That is going to come back again for season 5 in November, and then a 6th and final season was in production right now, but then they stopped it once the real queen died because they got to figure out how to end it now.
Wait, what show again was it? What are you
The
talking about?
crown, the crown,
Oh, The
which is
Crown. Okay.
are you familiar with that?
Yeah. I think my wife's watched the first couple seasons.
So they were in production of the 6th season when she passed. So then they halted it. So I guess they got to figure out how they got to end it now.
Right. Yeah.
So
Gotcha there. Okay.
oh, there
Oh
you
well,
go.
thank you, Henry. Thank you very much. Yes.
Youthful,
Yep.
youthful looking face there.
Yeah. We some Sicilians got some good genes. But thank you, Henry. That's very nice.
Susan's got the pop-up adapter, so either
Ah,
45
very
hole is
nice.
okay by me. There you go, Susan.
Very nice. See.
Yeah, she's out of it. That's right, Farrell. She is now because Olivia Colman is the actress who's been playing Queen Elizabeth in the last few seasons. So yeah, time is. So she's very good, Farrell.
Right. I gotta
I
tell
would
you though.
say no. What do you? Go ahead. What do you say? What they got?
Wonder if what the Crown will feature
No,
Meghan?
Markle. Probably not.
Oh.
What were we gonna say? Were you 45s?
No, it's just saying. Yeah, I mean the funny thing is like the 45s from a lot of them didn't use the way the UK, like this is from Belgium and they have the bigger
The
hole.
larger hole.
Yeah, the larger hole.
Probably only a
Um,
UK thing.
yeah, this is from Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is great. So remember when we did the Live and Let Die show with Adrian Sinclair and Owen Ling?
Yes.
Okay, and then you put the pictures, Live and Let Die picture sleeve up there. I finally got the one that you picked
Oh yeah.
for the thumbnail.
From
Yeah.
you got that's the one I
Yes.
used right
Yeah.
for the episode.
This is the
Yes.
one you use. Yes.
Which I think. Let me see that photo again, Tom. On
Yeah.
that 45.
Yeah.
That looks like is it from James Paul McCartney? It looks like it might be from James Paul
Possible.
McCartney. Looks like
But
it
the
is.
cool thing, I mean, one of the cool things about some of these picture sleeves that I like is, okay, same image,
Different songs.
different songs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like here's okay, so here you got "Living My
My
Love."
Love in the
Right.
Mess. Is that
Yeah,
all still
same
the same
image.
country, Tom?
No, different countries.
Different countries.
Yeah, all different countries. We got Belgium, we got Germany, and then I think this was Spain. No, Sweden. So, but yeah, it's a funny thing. I like that
What
kind of. I geek out for that kind of stuff.
what have you been what have you been currently listening to, or as they say, as the young, what's on your playlist these days? What have you been playing the
Well,
last couple of days?
I just got the album version. I got the album version of this last week when it came out, but I just got the CD, and you know how big of a diehard Olivia Newton-John fan I am. But
Uh
this
is
is
that
the reissue of her first album.
the first one,
Uh,
right?
yeah.
That
If
looks like
not
a
for you,
deluxe
yeah,
edition.
yeah, yeah. So it's 2 discs. The second disc is a bunch of rarities and stuff like that. But
You showed us the album version of that, right? The vinyl?
I don't know if I did, but here's the two disc version. So
I thought you
I'll be,
showed that vinyl
yeah,
to us. I thought you did.
yeah, maybe I did. But then I got another Kiss. They call them soundboards, which they're all live. So Kiss has been doing this live campaign as well.
What Paul should be doing.
Exactly.
These are physical
So
releases, Tom, of live
these are
shows?
physical
Because I know
releases.
you
Yeah.
don't do the digital. I know you don't do the
Right.
digital
Right.
of live shows. So you like are they
Yeah.
is it like
So
one
they're
is it one
different
release?
decades.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been doing these like every 6 months, so they're knocking these out pretty quickly.
Cool.
And this one that they just did was from 1977. When they were just about at the height of their powers or popularity, whatever you
Yeah.
want to say. So that was good. And other than that, I think haven't gotten anything too much new, except for, like I said, I mean, it's just been some movies and the frickin' McCartney 45s. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I went down about a month or so ago. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with an artist called Mike Oldfield. You ever hear of him?
no, no.
Mike Oldfield. You'll know his music. You have ever seen The Exorcist?
Oh yeah, oh
So
yeah.
Mike
Love that
Oldfield is the
movie.
one who did the music in that film. The
Oh, great. Okay.
tubular
Cool.
bells. You know the theme of The
Right.
Exorcist. He wrote that
Mm-hmm.
progressive rock guy. So
Yep.
done a lot of work with a lot of people in the prog world. So if you ever just it was a big hit in '73. The soundtrack to The Exorcist is Mike Oldfield, and
Mhm.
he's got a lot of music out there of the prog
Ah,
vein.
okay.
And I just I found them pretty cheap, so I grabbed a couple of them. But British prog rocker, synth, a lot of synth work. Yeah, a really talented guy, guitarist. Really got started with Richard Branson. Really, believe it or not, a virgin got him off the
Mm,
ground and going, and they're like really good friends. Yeah,
right.
yeah. Thank you. Somebody I got into very recently.
Mm,
Knew and has a little bit of a history with John Anderson, so I knew that. But
mhm.
check out the Exorcist soundtrack because that's tremendous as well. But some of his stuff I've just been listening to over the last few weeks, and
Right.
kind of giving myself a Beatle break before we get to
Revolver.
Revolver River next month.
Mm.
I got to do a detox with the Beatles. I have to do it every few
Well,
months
every
because
every once in a
when
while you have to. Yeah.
even McCartney, you just take a break and you dive into something else. You just have to do that. For me, even with all we do the McCartney show, it's very healthy to switch off. I mean, and God bless the people that do these podcasts about everything, and they're fantastic. But that's all they do, and they eat, sleep, and drink Beatles and solo 24/7. God bless you. I thought I could do that. I can't do that. But we have our other outlets.
That's right.
Tony, good to see you.
Hey,
Wind and
Tony.
Wuthering on vinyl. There you go.
Yeah. Pontiac. I do have the Tomorrow soundtrack, which came out I think about a year and a half ago. So yeah, I did pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Moonlight Shadow. That was another one. Yep, Rory. It's on one of these, I think. Is that on Crisis? I think it's on Crisis. Let me see. Yeah, Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight Shadow is on Crisis. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Um,
Mm.
Farrell. I've heard about Omadon. Farrell. I've heard about that. I don't have that one yet. And Hergest Ridge. I don't know that one, but I have read about Omadon being a pretty good one too.
Mm.
And as a movie guy, Tom, I think you'd like him because his music is it's very soundtracky. It's like very good
No,
for
I
movies.
right.
I think you would
No,
give.
and I
I think you would like it.
yeah. And in the movie, throughout The Exorcist is fantastic. So now that I know who, who that is, and what else he's done. I mean, if I do you have the Exorcist soundtrack?
On vinyl back there, yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, again, that's one of the scariest movies of all time, The Exorcist.
Well, when the first time you see it, yeah. I mean, after that, it's kind of, you know,
Still,
it's not as suspenseful. But I
no,
definitely know what you mean. When you're not expecting it, when the head,
oh,
goes, yeah,
and the pea soup goes flying. Oh, God,
yeah,
gross.
yeah, yeah. I memean, yeah. This is the edition that came out in. Well, I guess this came out in 2010. Yeah, this version right here. So
1973.
yeah.
It is. We're not celebrating it, Tony, but today it did. Paul did post on social media. Today would have been Linda McCartney's 81st birthday.
Mhm.
81, and
Yeah.
she was a year older than Paul, believe it or not.
Yes, she was. Yeah.
And much missed, and we are big pro Linda people here on Two Legs, big time.
Mhm.
So yes, it was nice to see Paul post about it too.
Right.
Yeah. Henry. the vomit and the voice isn't really scary to me. The subtle stuff in that movie is more scary. It's like when
The
the priest, I curse you, I
right.
curse you.
The the parody that they did on Saturday Night Live. You're when I forgot, I think was it Lorraine Newman was playing the girl,
The yeah.
and yeah, and she says like your mother sews socks in
Oh,
hell.
well, yeah,
Yeah, but you know what she says.
exactly. In the movie, you know what she
Yeah,
says in the movie. Oh
in the
my
movie, yeah,
god.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. The excellent Max Van Sydow playing the priest,
Oh
and
yeah,
well, excellent actor. You know, one of
yes,
his last roles was Game of Thrones as the Three-Eyed Raven.
yeah.
Tremendous.
Yeah, amazing actor, amazing career, Max von Sydow. He worked with the great Igmar Bergman.
Yep.
I have a bunch of the films that they did together. One of the best is called Virgin Spring, I think it was called, and just fantastic movie. And he's just excellent in there.
He was also in The Force
Um,
Awakens too. If you remember, you recall
yes.
that. It was
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
very
one of
short role. Yeah.
very short role. To me,
Yeah.
she's royalty.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
Max Van Sydow. Yeah, great
Yeah.
actor. And
Uh, mm,
yes, indeed. Thank you, Tony. But yeah, that's about it, man. Just chopping away. Here we are. I don't know. We've gone in my neck of the woods here. It went from hot sweltering to now I need a hoodie.
yeah, I love hoodie season. I love hoodie season,
As a
especially since
as
I
a
got
Michigan,
the.
yeah, you're a
Go ahead.
Michigan guy. You're a
Yeah.
Michigan guy. You should.
Well, and plus I got the hoodie at the Maca show. So I'm just like Jones and to wear it. You know.
Well, when you come out here in April for the fest, you can wear that
Yes.
one
Oh,
instead of that.
it's coming with me.
Leave the Misfits one behind.
It's funny. This past weekend, we went up to Flagstaff, which is about 2 hours north, and we went to a bluegrass festival up there, and it was like in the 70s, So we thought, oh, this is gonna be great. So I got to brought my the Misfits hoodie with me, and it got some looks, but also got some good sun. Look at that, got some good sun.
Pasty.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, you must have been the only guy at a Beatle Fest rocking a Misfits hoodie. I thought about that recently. I'm like, Tom, this my buddy rocking a Misfits hoodie at a Beatle Fest. I love it.
Gotta keep them on the toes.
You do. Rory, good question. I think with hindsight, it's great. At the time, I wanted to take my television and smash it in two.
I'm sure everybody did.
The show ended, and I said, "What the hell happened to my television? Why'd the cable go out?" That's what myself and all of America said in 2007 when The Sopranos ended with "Don't Stop Believing." I'm like, "What?
Right.
What happened?" I didn't like it then. Of course, I was younger then. I wish I knew what I was like then when I was now. Rod Stewart, right?
Right.
But I think it's now with hindsight, it's a great ending scene. And those of you who haven't seen The Sopranos, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was very controversial, but I think it's very good. And believe it or not, there are people that still haven't seen The Sopranos who reside in the state of New Jersey too, I might add, which is just
Oh my.
mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling. Henry, thanks. Yeah, I'll get the Better Call Saul. I think it comes out in December on Blu-ray, so I'll pick that up, and the wife and I will watch the last season of Better
Has
Call
there
Saul.
been more seasons of Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad now? Right?
No, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're the same, 6 seasons each.
No, Breaking Bad was 5, wasn't it?
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? Unless if they split the 5th season, then yeah, on Blu-ray, because a lot of times they'll split it up.
Yeah, the final season into 2 things. Yeah,
right. Yeah, so it looks like that's what they did. Yeah, because I'm looking at them because I got those on Blu-ray too, because I really like Breaking Bad a lot too.
Oh, binge watch that thing in 5 days.
Now that was a really good ending.
Yes,
I think they ended that show
with a great Badfinger song too.
Yes, yes, yes. That was perfect.
Yeah, and then of course El Camino, the movie that came out a couple of years ago, was great too, which picks
Yeah,
up
very happy with that.
right at the end of
Right.
Breaking Bad. That movie starts, and so if you
Hmm.
watch Breaking Bad, you're like, what happens next? You watch El Camino, which I thought was great.
Hmm. Mm.
Wes says the Exorcist theme is really only a 4-minute excerpt. Yes, the whole thing it's a small version of the whole album, right? And the deluxe,
Mm.
yes, it does, Wes. And yeah, definitely. If you want to test the waters with Oldfield, check out the Tubular Bells album from for the whole of it. Anyway. Oh, W. Green
So,
lecture, sure.
thank you, thank you. So the Tubular Bells. I mean, I've known that cover forever. I mean, that's a very
Iconic.
popular album. Yeah, very iconic. So talk about the album. I mean, is there, should I know any songs on it or?
You're only going to know as Wes just mentioned the theme, the 4 minutes, which became the big hit
Okay.
in '73,
Okay.
'74. That 4 minute sample became the hit. That
Okay.
became the hit. Now there's more
Okay.
to it than that. It's a whole album side, you know. That's the album that broke him as an artist.
Hmm.
On Virgin, so but this was it was just really just a couple of tracks. Let me just look at it again now. It's been reissued. And he's redone it. He did like Tubular Bells, 30th. He's done it so many times, but there's only this there's two tracks, Tubular Bells Part
Okay.
1 and Part 2 on two sides. So I know you're not into those super long lengths, but for movie music, I think you'd be interested in it, just checking it out.
Hmm.
Yeah. It does not do it justice. You're right. Uh, but yeah, it's always nice when you discover new stuff like that. If you have the time, you just something catches your ear, whether it's on satellite radio or you're in the store or you're in the
Right.
car and you're like, what is that? Yeah, Rory, we were talking about how the Richard Branson connection of Vert, that was, there's plenty of YouTube videos. They were buddies, man. Richard Branson financed Mike Oldfield and got him going as well. Oh, here's a question, brother. Answer it. What do you prefer, the original Stand By Me or Lennon's?
That's, I mean, I should say Benny King. I should, but I'm gonna go with Lennon.
Got him. Got him. They're both good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both great.
we would love to introduce interview Nigel Godrich.
Absolutely.
Have we reached out to
Absolutely.
him? No, but I would love to.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, I mean, obviously we got Julian Mendelson. I have reached out to David Kahn, and he was nice enough to respond to my email and say, thank you for the offer, but I'm quite fine with my relationship with Paul right now, so I'd rather not. And you got to respect that.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Um, Question in there: Do we like? Oh, Susan, go back to The Sopranos. Having cable TV problems on start watching The Sopranos finale and figured my cable box had died again and not Tony.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Yeah. I like the Nice a little bit. I mean, I'm more of an ELP guy, but I have one album with Keith Emerson's work with the Nice. That was his band before ELP, and they do a nice version of America on there as well. Yeah, or another early prog outfit. Henry about to Stand By Me. Yeah, Lennon's How Raw and yeah, yeah. You got to go
It
with Lennon.
is.
Yeah, you got to go with Lennon's version.
But but
Uh,
but I mean Benny's. I mean his vocals on his version are just perfect.
yeah,
But
and of course, let's talk about movies. That's one of the best movies ever.
mm.
Stand
Oh,
By Me.
you a fan of that film? Stand by Me.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? That's one of the best movies ever. You don't like it?
Listen, I probably haven't seen it since the late '80s, so
Oh,
I should give it. I should. However, I remember not too long ago
great
flipping
cast.
channels. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Flipping channels, and the pie eating scene was the pie
Oh
eating
God, boom
contest.
baba, boom
Yeah.
baba.
Right. Yeah.
I know
Okay,
a very very young Jerry O'Connell in there when he was a little
very
chubby
young.
little
Yeah.
chub box. River
You
Phoenix,
guys
of
want to
course.
see a dead body? Yeah.
Let's see, and then of course Kiefer Sullivan there, as the older brother,
Yep.
real badass.
Yeah.
Better run, eyeball. They got dibs. Ooh, Vern. Oh, this is great. And then the scene when they're in the woods, taking turns holding the
Hmm.
gun. Vern's like this,
Right.
the gun. Every owl turns. He's like this. Love Stand By Me. That is a great movie.
Mm.
Top Stephen King movie adaptations: Shining, Misery, and The Mist.
Okay. That I take it that's for Henry then.
Henry's, yes.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. I mean, I've always enjoyed Carrie. I've always enjoyed The Shining, even though Stephen King has come out and said that he hates that version.
Really? He doesn't
Uh,
like the movie version of it?
oh, he does not like Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining. No.
Oh, see, I thought that was awesome.
And I was a big fan of the recent the two-parter of It.
Oh, the recent one.
Yeah, the recent one. I love the book. If you never read It, you need to read It, and you need to read The Stand.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna read any two books by Stephen King, read those two, in my opinion. Well, we're all weirdos in a way, Peter.
And those movies are like not really horror; they're like psychological thrillers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I
this.
mean, Salem's Lot, I think was horror.
Yeah, that's a genre of movies, and I know we're kind of veering off into like movie territory here
Right.
with Tom and Joe Mayo, but it's fine. Horror is a genre I cannot get my head around. Freddy Krueger, Friday the 13th, any of those movies, I can't do them. Pet Cemetery, absolutely freaking not. I cannot do
Mm,
or Saw or any of those movies with gore and
yeah,
violence. Absolutely
yeah,
not. Absolutely
yeah.
not. Can't do it.
I'm not a gore fan at all, but there are some, like The Exorcist. I mean, there's
Yes.
some exceptions. There are
Yes.
some exceptions to the rule. I do think the first Freddy film, the first Nightmare on Elm Street, is good.
Ugh.
Then it gets to be, it's gory for gory, and stuff like that, just to be gory. Yeah, the Saw movies or the Hostel movies, I have
Absolutely
no
not. Listen,
interest
you give
in.
me gangsters, shoot 'em up movies, westerns all day long. Bang, 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 bang. I got no problem with
Right,
that. Once knives and cutting and crap come into the picture, I'm out. Turn that thing
right.
off.
Mm.
Can't. I just can't watch that crap.
No, I hear you. Yeah, no Conjuring either. Look at
Absolutely
this guy.
not, David. No.
Who's
No.
this guy? I mean, we gotta, block this guy, will you?
That's it. You're gone. Dude, weren't you busy listening to some where you posted you were out listening to some new album by some punk rock band or something? I saw on his story.
Okay. Here we go with
Good
W
one.
Green. Yes. Watched
You
yesterday.
did?
I watched the first. Yes, I watched the first 3 episodes yesterday.
You did.
Yes, or Thursday. No, I'm sorry,
Well,
Thursday. I watched the first 3 episodes. Yes.
so it's three episode premiere, right?
Right, 3 episode premiere. Yes.
Now, did you watch them all in order? Because people have said when you watch
Yes.
them, try to watch them 1, 2, 3 back in a row as like one long
Yeah.
movie. Did you do that or no?
Yes. I watched all 3 of them in a row. Yes.
Okay.
And it makes better sense. Makes better sense to do that than to watch like the first episode, leave, and then come back and watch it. You should watch all 3. I mean, because it's a good story arc, and because there is some like flashback stuff as well. So you really should watch all 3 back to back to
All
back.
right, now frame this for me in the timeline, please. We know the Star
Right.
Wars timeline. This takes place after Rogue One, but before A New Hope, right?
No. This is a prequel to Rogue One.
So what is it? It's before.
So you're getting Andor's story. You're getting his backstory. You're getting his, where he's from. How he gets involved with the rebellion. Okay, so this is like pretty much the beginning of the rebellion. This
is that what this really
Andor.
is? The beginning of the rebellion?
Correct.
Because all right, so the Empire is in total control in this point,
Correct.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the Empire. I'm just trying because there's been so many freaking releases, so many
Right.
offshoots. It's like, where does this fall? And
Right.
and a friend of mine actually drew me a really cool timeline, and I saved it. But there's so many. All right, so it's before Rogue One, which by the way was one of the best offshoot movies
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely, absolutely. Agree with you 110%.
That was a great film. The way it
Yeah.
leads right into A New Hope there with Vader on the thing, just standing,
Mhm.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, really enjoyed it. So yeah, you need to watch all three back to back to
Okay.
back.
How long are those episodes, Thomas?
Between 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, short. Okay, like the Cobra Kai length. I'm thinking they're like an hour plus.
Yeah. No. Now the
Okay.
ones that are the hour plus is this damn Rings of Power show on Amazon Prime. These have all been over an hour, and these now talk about needing some cuts. Now, if I don't know if anybody's out there watching the Rings of Power show that's on Amazon Prime, they're good, but it's the pacing issues are just god awful. I mean, you're getting good information, you're getting good scenes, you're getting good backstory on a lot of this stuff, but getting there has just been tough.
Mm.
um they're like an hour and 10 minutes, and then you get like a 10 minutes of credits, but a lot of these episodes, I think they're on the was it the fifth episode? I
I
mean,
think,
these could be like 45-minute episodes, but you're
yeah.
getting an hour, you're getting an hour 10, but looks beautiful though. Looks great.
Now, yeah. As soon as the dragons are done blowing fire, I'll jump onto that.
Yeah.
As soon as the Dracarys have been done, because I'm just
Right.
sucked in. Cobra Kai is easy
Now,
because they're 35 minutes. But what are you
so
gonna say?
now, how's the dragon? Is that going to be what, 10 episode season? Do
10.
we know?
10
Okay.
episodes. Yeah, 10 episodes, and that it's on the fifth. Tomorrow night will be the fifth one.
Hmm.
And they're
Okay.
they're really advancing the, like we talked. They're really advancing the timeline there with
Right.
with the,
And
the actors have changed now too.
right. And Andor will do that for the second season. This is going to be a 2-season show.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. So when Andor comes back for its second season, they're gonna. It's like I think that they said every 3 or 4 episodes is gonna jump in like another 5 years.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting. Henry, yes, or no, I'm sorry, Reservoir Dogs has a fantastic, fantastic soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with you there, my friend.
I watched on Friday for the first time in years the first Die Hard.
Oh, really? Well, you didn't wait till Christmas? You should have waited till
No,
Christmas.
I couldn't. I could. I just
Yeah.
said, let me. It's been so long. I was watching it with a friend. I said, let me just watch this. They hadn't seen it either, so they were like, "Whoa, this is a great
Okay.
movie." Um,
Right.
God, Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, who was just so good in that movie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a shame we lost him.
Yeah.
Great, great actor. Yes, Henry, have
Yes.
seen Ozark. That was
Great show.
top notch writing, acting, directing, producing, editing, all of that stuff. Great show.
Yes. That was a great show. Yeah, he was up there.
Uh, he's up there.
He's up there. He's just,
He's up
yeah.
there with good old Darth, and he's up there with Nurse Ratchet too.
He is. He is.
Hmm.
Where are my detonators? Find them.
Mm.
A lot of people seem like people hate on two. Do you like Die Hard 2 or no?
Oh, two is terrible. Two is terrible. And then I haven't watched any more after two. I was just
Whoa.
like,
You didn't see Die Hard with a Vengeance?
I have no interest in seeing any more diehards after the second one. No.
Bro, you need to watch Die Hard with a Vengeance because first of all, it's John
Why?
McTiernan. It's John
Yeah,
McTiernan, the original director,
I
and it's
know.
got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Samuel L. Jackson's in there. Yes. Isn't that what the Jeremy Irons as well? Is he the bad
Yes,
guy?
and
Yeah.
he plays Hans Gruber's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you
Ah.
haven't seen 3. Come on, dude. There's been like four more after that. They're trash. Don't
Mhm.
watch them. But the first 3, you got to watch, especially Die Hard with a Vengeance. Some might say that's the best one.
Maybe. Two's not that good though.
It's different. It's a different film. It's at Christmas, and it's a
Yeah.
different director. And Rennie Harlan directed 2, and it's just a different kind of film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, Tom, we mentioned that at the top of the show about Nurse Ratched passing away. No, I don't like the original Halloween, Henry. I do not. I like the
Original
music.
Halloween. Yeah. Original Halloween was a little bit of a letdown for me. Now listen, like you, I am not the biggest horror fan. Okay. Now, some of the older people watching, they might remember this TV show called Trilogy of Terror that came out in the mid to late '70s, and it was a three-story made-for-TV film. Okay, was starring Karen Black. She starred in all three of these little mini films. And the last one had this little doll. Okay, this little African doll, and it has a necklace on it. Okay, now if the necklace came off, the little doll came to life. Okay, so naturally the necklace comes off, the little doll comes to life, and terrorizes Karen Black's character in her apartment. And so at the end, obviously she defeats it, but she is now possessed herself. And one of the great last things I remember seeing is, okay, so now she's possessed. Okay, and then she calls her mom up to come on over. And so the last thing you see is her, like, with a knife on the floor, and she's just sticking this knife into the floor like this, just like with this
Ah,
evil face, and just like waiting for her mom to come. So I had to have been like 4 or 5 or 6 at the time when I first saw this. Hadn't watched another scary movie then
huh.
until probably Poltergeist in
Ooh,
like 83, 84-ish,
they're
something like
here.
that. Yeah, exactly. Now, for the longest time, I would never watch the scene where he's tearing his face apart in the mirror. The one guy
Yeah.
from Poltergeist, wouldn't watch that because scared shitless. Um, and then I probably didn't watch a horror movie from start to beginning, or I'm sorry, from start to finish until I saw Nightmare on Elm Street until in the,
80.
like the late to early the mid. I'm sorry, 89, 90.
Yeah,
I
which
think
was
it was.
well, wasn't the first one
Yeah,
84?
84. I think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know, the
So,
Goonies came out in 84, man. So nothing tops that. Sorry. Goonies never say die.
oh well. But yeah, I mean, so I don't have a good history with horror films. Thanks to that little shit doll that came to life and just scared me as a kid. Farrell knows. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So on the
but
Maca front, we just wait and see. Everything's quiet right now on the Paul front. We'll just sit and
yeah.
wait and see.
Do you think we're gonna get anything?
I wouldn't, I would say it's probably 50-50.
50-50.
I'd say it's 50-50 that we do. I mean, we'll wait and see. You know,
Yeah.
but hopefully we'll get something.
Hmm.
Can't see the end. Can't see Christmas coming and going without some kind of McCartney product hitting the market.
Right. Right. Well, there's got to be something coming, hopefully, from
Not a two hundred
Mac.
dollar paperweight or something like a real thing, something real we can buy. You know, that wants a paperweight for $200. Come on.
Yeah, and somebody said something about sometime in New York City. If it's not announced on his birthday or around his birthday, Lennon's, that is, I think they're gonna skip over it.
Huh. Which is fine.
Yeah, I know, but it's still history. It should still be put out. There's
The
still
world
some.
we
I think there's some good
Yeah,
songs on there.
there absolutely is, but it's the world we live in, so
Yeah.
can't piss any can't say that. So that's that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, as long as they put some text to it.
that requires reading. Tom, people don't have the patience in
Yes.
2022 to read anything. You
Well,
know,
people, there's
if
there's
they
a
can't
lot of things people don't have the patience for anymore.
if they can't scroll and read it on TikTok or Twitter, they don't want
Yeah.
to know about it. Reading a book or reading an explanation, that takes time. Most
Yeah.
most most people's brains can't do that now. Oh, I actually have to
Yeah.
read and analyze something. Yes, you do.
Yes, you
You can't
do.
just get satisfied from scrolling at something and go, "Oh, I know what it means." Read.
Right. Yeah. Henry's got a question there. Bring that up.
Henry, do you think McCartney should stay in the studio now? He's a legend and he shouldn't be embarrassing himself with like, "Oh, darling." Well, oh, you mean like in other words, calling it quits live?
Mhm.
I would say yes. I would say
Yeah.
yes. He should, and I think my partner agrees with me.
Yeah. Glastonbury should be his last full length concert. I mean, if he's gonna do a one up from time to time like he did, with the Taylor Hawking concert, fine. but I don't think he should do any more tours.
There you go. James Boyce spot on with the one release that we're all looking forward to, the McCartney
Oh yeah,
Legacy book by Alan
absolutely.
Cozen and Adrian
And
Sinclair.
yeah, I've been
And
in touch. I've been talking with Sinclair for the better part of 4 or 5 years now since that book's been announced, and he's been giving me like little segments, from time to time that are in the book. And all I can say is this is the book that McCartney fans have been wishing or waiting for. Absolutely.
yeah, probably, Peter.
Hmm.
Could be. Pass those little tidbits on you this way, man. Send them
I
east.
think I have. I think I have.
Hell no.
I didn't send you the one on the Bruce McMouse show.
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
All right.
I know what the
Yeah.
cover looks like. That's it.
Okay. I'll find them.
Hello, Beatley Tone. There's our friend from across the pond.
Hey, Beatley Tone, a
Uh,
soon to be guest on the show.
yes, he will. Soon.
Mm.
Look for that episode in mid-October.
Mm-hmm.
Early October. Yes, Tony, we all want that. But we're going to have that one as well. So yeah, October. We've got how many new shows in October? We're going to have four new original shows in October, 4 Saturdays. So
no, so three shows because then we'll have the one ranking.
No, 4 because there's 5 Saturdays in October.
Win. Okay, yeah.
So four new original shows as well. Henry signed up for Talk More Talk on October 3rd.
Oh, well, great. Look forward to seeing you. So what this is Talk More Talk. We're doing our 100th show, which I can't believe is here. That will be what? It's the second look on your calendars. The Monday?
The second Monday, no, the first Monday in October would be the 3rd.
The 3rd. Okay, so on the 3rd, yeah, we're doing our 100th show, and we're inviting 25 people up to participate in a Rack Our Brain episode where you guys can ask us opinionated questions, and we will give you our opinionated answer.
Cool. And regarding the McCartney Legacy, oh, thank you, Peter.
Oh, look at that! All right, Andy, going in the radio.
That's a face for radio. I know. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. Regarding the McCartney Legacy book, there's going to be a press launch here in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's right.
On the 14th of December at the Grammy Museum in Newark, and I will be at that. And hopefully, I'll get a chance to meet Alan and Adrian, and get a little info on the book. And
you should try to do a little Q&A with them for a minute or two.
Would love to.
If you can.
And just get something to record to post. Sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Try to arrange that. If we can reach out to Alan and Adrian and try to set that up beforehand, I'd love to. But I'll be at that, and look for, again, that's a few months down the line. But as far as we were just saying, that's really the only official thing we can really look forward to right now is that book. And the fact that it only covers 4 years, it's going from 69 to just 73.
73. Right.
Think about that. I don't know how many pages this book's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be, do you know?
No.
Page count wise?
No, not yet. But excuse me, the odd thing is that the second chapter is going to be 74 to 80. And that's even more, material to write about.
I bet you a lot of legal stuff is carried in this first volume,
Maybe.
Which probably is the reason why this one is only because there's so much legal stuff going on. Although then you have the official dissolution of the Beatles in 75,
right.
And then of course the touring in 75 and 76.
Right.
But then think about it. What is Wings really up to in 77 and 78? Other than recording, not much. They're not touring. They're not touring in 77. They're not touring in 78. So those 2 years, other than studio work, are pretty quiet.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So, and obviously 79. And you remember, we always assume that 79 is when Back to the Egg is recorded, but it's really the year before with all these albums. So Back to the Egg comes out in 79, but all that work is done in 78. So 79 is just the release and then the touring and all the promotional, the videos and stuff. But all the work is done a year prior. Like London Town comes out in March of 78, but it was all done during 77.
Hmm.
So it'll be to your point. Why would 74 to 80 be such a big gap in time? But maybe there's just not that much to talk about. Obviously, 1980.
Right. Get to Henry's. Oh, okay, there you go.
Henry's question. Oh, do you think when Yoko
Absolutely.
dies, Sean will continue John's legacy?
Mhm.
110%. I do.
I mean, look, he's pretty much been in charge of doing these box sets, mixing them and
Yeah.
getting them out there. So yeah, absolutely.
Right. Tone says that he thinks Wings did a Mark Square gig in '77 for Mulligan Tire and Girls School, but that's about it. And that would have had to been pre-recorded. That wouldn't have been a live thing, I don't think.
All right.
That might have been a little bit of a maybe like a Top of the Pops type thing. Just not,
Hmm.
not familiar with that gig, but we'll have to check it up and check it out. Yeah. I saw that the Fast People are selling. Yeah, yeah, by both authors. So, and well, of course, we'll try to have them on for a full review, and
Oh,
and
we
not, at
will.
the very
Yeah.
least, if there's nothing else out McCartney wise, we'll have that covered for the end of the year. But it's still early.
Yeah. Yep.
It is early.
Yeah, like I said, I've been chatting back and forth with Adrian Sinclair for 4 or 5 years now, and he knows. I mean, we've had him on the show a few months back with Owen Ling, so he's looking forward to coming back on and talking about the book. So yeah.
I hope they endorse it and love it.
That's funny.
Uh,
That's so funny.
yeah,
Hmm.
but that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks y'all for joining us at this little last minute live chat video, whatever you want to call it. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. And Andy, 3 years. That's it's been a blast, and hopefully another three. We gotta get. I gotta get the. I gotta get the contract written up for you. So you can sign the extension here. The contract
What's up?
extension.
I got an agent here. Come on, I need another. I need a new agent. Come on. Well, who's Womack using these days? Come on, let's go.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
It's just been such a fun 3 years, and
Mm.
never in my wildest dreams that I think that I would be able to connect with somebody who's as passionate about Paul McCartney as I am, and you clearly are, and we complement each other well. It's just nice to know that I can think about some random B side on a rare mix, and I can text my friend and he knows what I mean, because nobody else
Right.
in my circle of friends or anybody has any
Same
idea about
here.
what I has nothing what I talk about. Zero.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like
Yeah.
blank stares. It's like, oh, that's nice, but you get it.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about something you might be working on, or is it too early or
Too early for
too
that.
early?
But it's
All
a
right.
work in progress. But it is being worked on. I
Mm.
can talk about my other channel real quick.
Yes,
Um,
do that because you just did put up a new episode.
I did. If you follow my other channel, the other leg, Andy's Music Vault, I have a new video up that I did on Genesis and how I came to discover Genesis, and I kind of give a quick overview of the Genesis discography on CD and selected solo works by certain members of the band. Not a full, I didn't dive into Phil Collins or anything, but kind of just wrapped it up in about an hour. So that's on my other channel, and I hadn't done one in a while. So I've been meaning to do Genesis for a long, long time because they are one of my favorites. So that's up as of last week on my other channel. So that you can find that there.
Hmm. And don't forget, the next Talk More Talk will be our 100th episode. And well, there you go. And like I said, we'll be bringing up 25 people to join us in a rack our brains episode where you can ask us your opinionated questions, and that'll be Monday the 3rd. So you can sign up. You can go to the Talk More Talk Facebook page and find it and sign up there. So thank you, everyone. I think that's it. So we got anything else to promote or push or?
Other than that, just our latest episode dropped today, and that
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes.
our
Jeff.
latest,
Yeah, Jeff.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeff Cummings dropped today, the artist that did all the work for Paul in the 70s and 80s, and some other work as well. That dropped on our channel today on video and audio platforms. Our show next week will be only an audio for the audio audience only. Our next original episode on YouTube will drop on the 8th of October.
Right. Henry, funny you should ask because I will.
He's going to.
I'm looking to start a movie channel and sometime in October. Um, those that don't know, I am a huge movie fanatic, and I'm thinking about calling this Adventures of a Film Fanatic, something in that regards. So look, be on the lookout for that. Um, no, yeah. So no other channels just yet,
It's coming.
hopefully it's coming. It's a coming, and it'll be all on films, movies, films, whatever you want to call them. Whether it's a home market or if it's at the theater. So
Right.
that'll be soon. Okay.
All right,
So again,
partner.
thank
Here,
you everyone.
thank
Yep,
you, everybody for tuning in. Partner, here's to 3 more and
three
plus.
more. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. Tom's Movie Shack. There you go, Tim.
Okay. So we'll see you all next time. Stay well, stay healthy, stay happy. Keep on smiling,
Yes.
keep on rocking Tamaka and anything you else listen to. So thank you,
Yes.
everybody.
Good night, y'all.